Imagine a bird that can fly for days on end, gliding effortlessly above the vast expanse of the ocean. This is the Snowy Albatross, a creature of grace and endurance, perfectly adapted to life in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Join us as we delve into the world of these incredible creatures and learn about the importance of protecting them for generations to come. Snowy albatrosses are true sentinels of the South, their lives intricately woven into the fabric of the Southern Ocean ecosystem. They are top predators, playing a crucial role in regulating populations of squid, fish, and krill. However, the future of these magnificent birds is uncertain. Through conservation efforts, we can ensure that these sentinels of the South continue to grace our skies for generations to come. The Snowy Albatross, true to its name, is a vision of pure white. This icy realm, where the albatross makes its home, is a world of fierce winds and crashing waves, a challenging environment that the albatross navigates with effortless grace. These wings, long and narrow, are perfectly engineered for gliding. They are a marvel of evolutionary design, a testament to nature's ingenuity. Their hooked beak, strong and sharp, is perfectly adapted for snatching prey from the water's surface. The wings of a snowy albatross are not just tools for flight, they are instruments of survival. They utilize a technique called dynamic soaring, riding the updrafts created by waves to gain altitude with minimal effort. This mastery of flight allows the snowy albatross to cover vast distances in search of food. The open ocean can seem like a monotonous expanse of blue, but for the snowy albatross, it is a world rich in sensory information. They possess an uncanny ability to navigate across vast distances, returning to the same breeding grounds year after year with remarkable precision. They can detect subtle changes in wind patterns, using them to their advantage as they glide effortlessly above the waves. Snowy albatrosses are monogamous birds, forming strong pair bonds that can last for many years. The arrival of the breeding season heralds a flurry of activity at albatross colonies. Pairs reunite after months apart at sea, reaffirming their bonds through elaborate courtship rituals. A single egg is laid, a precious cargo that represents the culmination of months of preparation. Both parents share the responsibility of incubation, taking turns to keep the egg warm against the cold. The arrival of a chick brings with it a new set of challenges and rewards. After months of careful nurturing, the day arrives when the young albatross is ready for its maiden voyage. With a mighty leap of faith, the young albatross takes to the air, its wings catching the wind with surprising strength. The parents, their watchful eyes filled with a mixture of pride and anxiety, circle overhead, offering encouragement and guidance. The first few weeks of flight are a time of intense learning for the young albatross. Once they have mastered the skills of flight and foraging, young snowy albatrosses embark on an extraordinary journey. They leave the relative safety of their breeding colonies and set out across the vast expanse of the Southern Ocean, becoming true nomads of the sky. They may not return to land for several years. Their lives a continuous cycle of flying, feeding, and resting on the open ocean. They are masters of their domain, perfectly adapted to thrive in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. Life on the open ocean is a constant cycle of feast or famine for the snowy albatross. They often follow fishing vessels, scavenging on discarded fish and offal. Their ability to survive long periods without food is another testament to their remarkable adaptations. The open ocean may seem like a vast and empty expanse, but it is teeming with life, and death is an ever-present reality. Snowy albatrosses, despite their size and mastery of the skies, are not immune to the dangers of their environment. They face threats from predators, such as sharks and large marine mammals, particularly during their vulnerable fledgling stage. Yet amidst these challenges, life finds a way. The vast expanse of the Southern Ocean, a realm of churning waves and icy winds, might seem like an unlikely paradise. Yet this unforgiving environment teems with life, a delicate web of interconnected species all playing their part in a grand, intricate dance of survival. At the heart of this ecosystem stand the snowy albatrosses, majestic guardians of the sky, their presence a testament to nature's resilience and a symbol of the ocean's delicate balance. The albatross, in its life and death, contributes to the health and vitality of the Southern Ocean, a testament to the interconnectedness of nature. The relationship between the snowy albatross and its prey is a delicate dance, a constant push and pull that has shaped the evolution of both predator and prey for millennia. The albatross, with its exceptional eyesight and ability to cover vast distances, puts evolutionary pressure on its prey to develop effective camouflage, schooling behaviors, and other survival strategies. Consider the squid, a favored prey of the albatross. This intricate interplay of predator and prey, a delicate dance honed over millennia, highlights the importance of maintaining healthy albatross populations. Snowy albatrosses, with their wide-ranging foraging habits and sensitivity to changes in their environment, serve as valuable sentinels of change, providing scientists with crucial insights into the health of the Southern Ocean ecosystem. Their populations, breeding success, and foraging patterns act as barometers, reflecting the overall well-being of this vast and vital part of our planet. Like canaries in a coal mine, their fate is intertwined with the health of the ocean, their presence or absence a telling indicator of the impact of human activities and environmental change. Scientists closely monitor albatross populations, tracking their movements, breeding success, and diet. Changes in these metrics can signal shifts in prey availability, ocean currents, or other environmental factors. For instance, a decline in albatross breeding success could indicate a shortage of food, potentially linked to overfishing, or changes in ocean productivity due to climate change. Furthermore, albatrosses inadvertently act as collectors of data, inadvertently gathering information about the ocean as they forage. Scientists can analyze the chemical composition of their feathers to determine levels of pollutants, such as mercury or plastics, present in the marine environment. By studying albatrosses, scientists gain a window into the health of the Southern Ocean, allowing them to track changes over time and identify potential threats to this vital ecosystem. The decline of snowy albatross populations, a growing concern for conservationists and scientists alike, sends a ripple effect throughout the Southern Ocean ecosystem, disrupting the delicate balance that has evolved over millennia. As apex predators, their absence can lead to a cascade of ecological consequences, potentially triggering a domino effect that impacts various species and alters the very fabric of this unique and fragile environment. Without the albatross's regulating influence, populations of their prey, such as squid and krill, could explode, leading to an imbalance in the food web. This, in turn, could have dire consequences for other species that rely on these same prey sources, leading to increased competition for resources, and potentially driving some species towards decline or even local extinction. Moreover, the loss of albatrosses could disrupt the nutrient cycle within the Southern Ocean. Their droppings, rich in nutrients, play a vital role in fertilizing surface waters, supporting the growth of phytoplankton, the foundation of the marine food chain. Without this nutrient input, phytoplankton populations could decline, impacting the entire ecosystem, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales. The decline of the snowy albatross serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of life and the importance of protecting even the seemingly insignificant players in a complex ecosystem. The Snowy Albatross, a symbol of freedom and resilience, soaring effortlessly above the vast expanse of the Southern Ocean, faces a gathering storm of threats to its survival. These threats, largely driven by human activities, cast a long shadow over the future of this magnificent species, jeopardizing its very existence and highlighting the urgent need for conservation efforts to protect this iconic bird and its fragile habitat. For centuries, snowy albatrosses have navigated the perils of the open ocean, weathering storms and overcoming natural challenges. However, the challenges they face today are unprecedented, a consequence of human encroachment on their once pristine domain. From the perils of longline fishing to the insidious threat of plastic pollution, the albatross's world is shrinking, its ability to survive and thrive increasingly compromised. One of the most significant threats to snowy albatrosses comes from longline fishing, a practice where miles of fishing line, strung with thousands of baited hooks, are deployed in the ocean targeting tuna and other commercially valuable species. Albatrosses, attracted by the bait, often become hooked on the lines and dragged underwater where they drown. This bycatch, an unintended consequence of fishing practices, claims the lives of thousands of albatrosses each year, pushing some populations towards the brink. The sight of a snowy albatross, its wings ensnared by fishing line, struggling in vain to free itself from the deadly grip, is a heart-wrenching testament to the unintended consequences of human actions. Longline fishing, a widely used fishing method, has emerged as a significant threat to albatross populations worldwide, with the Southern Ocean, home to many albatross species, being particularly impacted. Albatrosses, with their keen eyesight and opportunistic feeding habits, are naturally drawn to the baited hooks trailing from long lines. As they swoop down to snatch the bait, they often become hooked on the lines themselves, their powerful wings, designed for soaring, becoming a liability in the water. Unable to free themselves, they are dragged underwater where they drown, their lives tragically cut short. The scale of this bycatch is staggering. Estimates suggest that thousands of albatrosses, along with countless other seabirds, sharks, and marine animals, are killed each year as bycatch from longline fishing operations. This unsustainable fishing practice, if left unchecked, could have devastating consequences for albatross populations, pushing some species closer to extinction. A sea of plastic ingestion and entanglement. The world's oceans, once pristine and teeming with life, are increasingly becoming inundated with plastic waste, a grim testament to our throwaway culture. This plastic pollution, a scourge on marine ecosystems worldwide, poses a significant threat to snowy albatrosses, impacting their health, survival, and ability to reproduce. Albatrosses, often mistaking plastic debris for food, ingest these indigestible materials, which can accumulate in their stomachs, leading to starvation, malnutrition, and even death. Studies have shown that albatross chicks, fed plastic fragments by their parents who mistake the debris for food, suffer from reduced growth rates, impaired development, and a higher risk of mortality. Beyond ingestion, plastic pollution poses another insidious threat to albatrosses' entanglement. Discarded fishing nets, plastic bags, and other debris can entangle albatrosses, restricting their movement, hindering their ability to fly and forage for food, and leading to injuries, infections, and even death. The sight of an albatross, its wings ensnared by plastic, its once graceful flight reduced to a desperate struggle for survival, is a stark reminder of the devastating impact of our plastic addiction on marine life. The rising tide, climate change, and a shifting seascape. Climate change is altering the Southern Ocean, the albatross's home, posing challenges to their survival. Rising sea temperatures and extreme weather impact the albatross's life cycle and survival. Changes in water temperature affect the availability of prey like squid, fish, and krill. This leads to food shortages, impacting breeding success and chick survival. The albatross now faces the daunting task of adapting to a rapidly changing world. A beacon of hope, conservation in action. Despite challenges, hope shines through efforts to protect snowy albatrosses and their habitat. Conservation efforts include research, policy changes, and community programs. Reducing bycatch in longline fisheries is crucial. Measures include setting lines at night, using bird-scaring lines, and waiting lines to sink quickly. Efforts also focus on protecting breeding habitats. Albatrosses face threats from introduced predators. Eradicating these predators is vital. Conservationists work to restore safe breeding grounds. Turning the tide, international cooperation and policy change. Protecting migratory species like the snowy albatross, which traverse vast distances across international waters, requires collaborative efforts on a global scale. Recognizing the importance of international cooperation, many countries have come together to sign and implement agreements aimed at conserving albatrosses and other seabirds, establishing a framework for collective action to address the threats facing these magnificent creatures. One such agreement is the Agreement on the Conservation of Albatrosses and Perils, or ACAP, a legally binding international treaty that came into force in 2004. ACAP brings together countries with breeding populations of albatrosses and petrels, as well as countries whose fishing activities may impact these birds, to coordinate conservation efforts, share knowledge, and implement measures to reduce threats. Through ACAP and other international agreements, countries are working together to implement bycatch mitigation measures in fisheries, reduce pollution in the marine environment, and address the impacts of climate change on albatross populations. These collaborative efforts, driven by a shared commitment to conservation, are essential for protecting these wide-ranging species and ensuring their survival for generations to come. Guardians of the future: education, awareness, and individual action. Conservation efforts, while crucial, cannot succeed without raising public awareness about the plight of the snowy albatross and inspiring individuals to become stewards of the ocean. Education and outreach programs play a vital role in fostering a sense of responsibility for these magnificent creatures, empowering people to make informed choices and take meaningful actions to protect them. Schools, zoos, aquariums, and other educational institutions are at the forefront of albatross conservation education, developing engaging programs that teach students about albatross biology, ecology, and the threats they face. These programs often incorporate hands-on activities, interactive exhibits, and real-world examples to bring the plight of the albatross to life, fostering a sense of wonder and a desire to protect these birds. Beyond formal education, raising public awareness about albatross conservation is essential for garnering broader support for conservation initiatives. Documentaries, social media campaigns, and community events can effectively reach a wider audience, highlighting the beauty and importance of albatrosses, the threats they face, and the actions individuals can take to make a difference. By engaging the public and fostering a sense of shared responsibility, we can create a powerful movement for albatross conservation, ensuring the survival of these majestic birds for generations to come. The legacy we leave. As we journey through the life of the snowy albatross, we encounter a creature of resilience and grace. Yet they face threats driven by human activities. The snowy albatross now carries the weight of our actions: entanglement in fishing lines, plastic debris, and climate change. These are stark reminders of our interconnectedness. The legacy we leave hinges on our actions. The story of the snowy albatross is a call to action. Our choices have consequences for all species. By embracing our role as guardians, we can ensure these birds grace our skies for generations. Wings of hope for a shared future. The challenges facing the snowy albatross are significant, but they are not insurmountable. Stories of hope emerge from dedicated individuals and organizations working tirelessly to protect this iconic species. Bycatch mitigation measures in fisheries, marine protected areas, and efforts to reduce plastic pollution, glimmers of hope emerge globally. Success depends on collaboration and innovation. Scientists provide valuable data for conservation strategies. Sustainable practices and policies are crucial. Every individual has a role in protecting the snowy albatross. Let their story inspire us to act and ensure the wings of hope continue to soar.